So guys, obviously I've got a Derbi Senda, I've got the Barger edition, which is the 4-stroke. So, just show you the decal outside. Derbi Senda Enduro, the version I've got, it's obviously the Barger 4-stroke 125. Notice that online there isn't any instructions to show you how to actually do an oil change on there, and the service manual is really hard to find, so I thought I'd just show you a video. So obviously it's because it's a 4-stroke engine, your oil levels you can see on this viewer glass here, and then you've got your basically your plug which you unscrew to put your oil in there. Now usually it's about 1 litre, but what you want to do is when you're filling it up you want to make sure that it's just under the H, just under the high, got high and low, so you never want it to go below low. But usually on other bikes, like on the Sydney side before, your sump plug is underneath, where you can just basically unscrew that. Well, don't unscrew it, use an actual, I think it's 17mm usually. You unscrew the sump plug and the oil just drains completely out. There's no spring on it or anything, because there's no crush washer on it. This one is completely different. So obviously, like I say, you fill your oil up at this side, get your viewer here, but then your actual sump plug, instead of it being on the bottom, it's on the other side of the engine. So, but your sump plug, basically, don't know if you can see it really well, but that's where it is. So that's actually where your oil drains out, and you'll notice there's like a little, get this in here. Maybe see there's like a little mesh filter there as well, so you have to make sure you don't lose that. As well as that, your pump plug itself, there you go, you've got a spring on there, so when you put the sump plug back on you need to make sure that the little filter is inside, and then you also need to make sure that the spring is crushed properly when you're tightening this back on. So what I would say is, a little tip for you guys, is when you're draining your oil, obviously make sure you've got a nice basin, a deep enough base underneath, but warm your engine up, just turn your bike on and let it idle over for a bit, because if your engine's warmer your fluid will actually leak out a lot quicker. So yeah, that's where your sump plug is, guys. A lot of people don't know that. It took me a while to find it out because I thought it would be underneath. And I think of a 2-stroke version is different. Yeah, that is where the sump plug is. That's how you change the oil on it. So obviously what I'm doing now is I'm doing a complete oil change, so I'm letting the oil drain out, and then I'll be completely refilling it all back up. So just have to make sure that all the oil's out before you do a refill. The reason why I'm doing this as well, an oil change, complete oil change, you usually do it around 3,000 miles, usually, or you can do it every 2 months, whatever you decide to do. The reason why I'm doing it on this bike is I've recently bought this bike. I don't know what oil he actually put in the bike, he didn't know himself. So, well, he said he couldn't remember. So, instead of me putting in different oil, which you don't want to do, you don't want to ever mix oils, I've just decided to completely take all the engine oil out, refresh it, put some new in myself, and I'll be putting Castrol GT Gold Standard, which is a 10W40 version, which is what I recommend. I'll be putting that in there. So, yeah, a little short video for you guys, just explaining how to do an oil change on it. I'm doing a full service on it, which will be, I think I'll do a separate video on this next time I do it. But basically I'm doing a full oil change. I'm going to be putting a new oil filter in, a new air filter in, which the air filter, I don't know if it's on that side, right, the air filter is basically one big box here, but the filter itself is on this side. So I'll put a new air filter in, new spark plug in there, which I've been putting an NGK, Iridium spark plug in, and yeah, that's just about it really. That's what I'm going to be doing on the service here. My brake pads are fine at the moment. So, yeah. Thought I'd do a little video for you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe as usual. Any tips or any questions you want to know about this bike, put it in the comment section and I will let you know. Peace out.